I'm James. I'm a licensed psychotherapist and the host of Lifeology. And this little guy here is my executive assistant and furry best friend, Bosley Whitaker. In today's episode, I wanted to speak with you about self-soothing behaviors. Specifically during this time, most people don't realize that we are engaging in some sort of self-soothing behavior because we are very stressed out. Most people don't realize that all self-soothing behaviors derive from our five senses. As children, we were taught how to self-soothe. Either our parents or caregivers gave us something to help us self-soothe, and then as we became older, we used that same default sense in order to help ourselves today. So for example, if you're a child and you were given your blanket, if that blanket gave you security, that's your sense of touch. If your mom's perfume or caretaker's perfume made you feel really calm, well, that's your sense of smell. Your sense of sight could be watching your favorite movie. Your sense of hearing could be hearing a lullaby. And it goes on and on. So whatever the main sense that you use as a child, that's what you use now as an adult. So think about that for a minute. If you find that you do certain behaviors and you think, gosh, I really don't want to do this anymore, link it back to one of your senses. Yeah, that sense is what you've taught yourself is your primary way to self-soothe. So that's food for thought for you to think, okay, well, if I'm doing something I don't want to do, how can I use that sense, whatever the primary one is that you use, and do something different with that default sense, because that's how you've trained yourself to self-soothe. Now, what does that have to do with Bosley? Well, for those people who have emotional support animals, and a lot of you may not realize the purpose of an emotional support animal, but for those people whose main self-soothing ways to soothe is based off of your sense of touch and your sense of sight, that would be why you would have one of these little guys. When you use your sense of touch, what you're doing is you're taking your thoughts and focusing on the rhythmic pattern of petting. The actual texture of the fur or the hair, what that does is it creates a sensation in your finger pads or fingertips, which then causes you to feel more calm. And like I said, the repetitive nature of the movement gives you a rhythm for your thoughts to slow down, which then causes your emotions to slow down, your thoughts to slow down, your heart rate to slow down as well. The other really great thing about this is when you use your sense of sight, when you look them in the eyes, and he's sleeping right now, what happens is you create what's called oxytocin. Oxytocin is the social hormone or the cuddling hormone that we all get when we're up close to someone and we give them a hug. What it does is it causes us to feel more calm, more relaxed, and it causes us to feel more at ease. And the great thing about that is even when you look your pet in the eye and look at them, they also receive oxytocin as well. So it's a win-win situation for all of us. So for those of you who are home right now and have some type of pet or something that you can pet and something you can love on, you'll find that it does decrease your anxiety. Now, some of you may say, well, James, I don't have a pet. The workaround for that, if you do use your sense of touch, is you can find the most comfortable blanket or most comfortable pajamas that you have, and then you allow yourself to just obviously experience it. So the whole point of using a mindfulness aspect of petting is to really be focused on what the sensation feels like on your hands. And if you don't even have one of those, as far as the blankets, you can simply just lightly rub against your arm, and that will also cause you to feel more relaxed as well. So today, it's a long lesson, but I really want you to focus on what is your self-soothing behavior, how can you make it be even healthier during this time, because the more awareness you have and the more self-development you have, that when we come out of this, and we will come out of this, you'll find that you're much more healthy. Be kind to one another. Be sure to follow me for more tips like this.